Okay, we're starting the afternoon IA session. Judge Evelyn Jewett presiding. So,
Senator Nugent, I don't see any like particular cases or any like definitions within statutes or anything like that. The only thing that I see, and I think you already saw it too, was that other statute, which nuisances that are injurious to health. And the only thing in it that I guess is kind of on point is
all right, is this,
treated or improperly treated human waste, and it's arguably human waste. I don't know. That's all that I see that's even close to on point. We should always ask for an oral on it.
we have the accrual?
It's weird that there's no cases. Nothing about any. It's all like legal buildings and stuff. What are you under? Thank you. You refuse? Yes.
I was asked for.
Misdemeanors.
Okay. All right, we're gonna pass the Creel one for the moment. We're having some technical issues, so who do you want to go to next?
She speaks English?
That's fine by me.
No.
All right, can we call Tina Carey in? And we could have Ms. Nikasi step aside. In the case, I have no idea how to say it. All right.
Oh, this
Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you tell me your name? Oh, okay. This is the sign language? All right.
Tina Carey, November 21st, 1980.
Okay. She was arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. I'm
It's
sorry.
gonna announce a no info.
The state is going to no info this case, so it's being dropped. Okay. She's currently out on bond for a petty theft. I'm going to take no action.
You're going home.
All right. Thank you, State.
The sign interpreter didn't come.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we have Dondre Bird? Okay, all right. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Bird, Dondre Bird.
Okay, Mr. Bird. You were arrested and charged with trespassing, failing to leave property after order of the owner. I've reviewed this. I find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, I'd ask that you not appoint. The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return to 10500 West Colonial Drive. And Mr. Burr would like to accept the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest.
All right. And that's a Walmart there?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Sir, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea? I need you to answer out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily? Okay. And how do you, excuse me, to the charge of trespass, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
I'll accept the plea, find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to the time you've already served here in the Orange County Jail, which is 2 days?
Yes.
2 days. Order that you not return to the Walmart at 10500 West Colonial Drive, Orlando, for a period of 1 year.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. You'll be fingerprinted. I release you as to this charge. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, court costs, I'll give them 1 year to pay.
Your Honor, next on the move up list was, Thomas Fannin. He's not here due to medical reasons.
It's not here? Okay.
There's no offer. Your Honor, I will waive the appearance and ask that you take no action on the out on bond as it has not been filed on.
All right. So on Thomas Fannin, I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office, and I will set bond in the amount of $1,000, and I'll take no action on his out on bond charge.
And the state would just ask for a no return on that case.
Yes, and also order no return
Thank you.
to,
Tofocina.
okay. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Hello, my name is Justin Dover.
Okay, Mr. Delva, you were arrested and charged with burglary of an occupied conveyance as well as resisting an officer without violence. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. As to the burglary of an occupied conveyance, I will set the bond in the amount of $2,500. As to the I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I think she was calling the next.
Oh, okay. And as to the resisting without violence, I will set bond at $500. Anything else, State?
At the mo-
Just a no contact, no return.
Okay, and have no contact with the named victims, no return to where this occurred. All right. Good afternoon. Could you tell me your name?
Anel Alvarado.
Okay, Mr. Alvarado. You were arrested and charged with burglary to an unoccupied structure, criminal mischief, and trespass on school grounds or a school facility. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. And I will set bond on the burglary to $3,500, criminal mischief, $150, trespass on school grounds, $100. You're currently out on bond for, actually, you're out on ROR for a criminal mischief. Has it been filed on yet?
Yes.
It has been, okay. At this time, I'm going to revoke your ROR on that case and set bond in the amount of $500 on that. And I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
On the docket, we have, first Aguirre, Alan Aguirre,
Yes,
to receive his appearance.
I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
okay. Alan Aguirre, you mean? Okay,
Aguirre, yes, ma'am,
Okay.
sorry.
all right. Okay, well, let me take care of this one first. On Alan Aguirre, I find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. I'll stay the bond at $500. As to his trespass in an occupied structure, he's currently out on ROR. I'll revoke the ROR and set bond at $500 on that as well. Which interpreter do we have? The Haitian Creole? All right. So do we have the Creole? Rose Lord Nikasi? Apparently we have the interpreter on the line. Okay. She's getting her, okay. Hello, is the interpreter there?
Yes, interpreter is here.
Okay, great. We're just there she is. There's our inmate.
Okay.
All right. So, ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Alors, c'est moi qui interprété pour ou qui bam non. Roselor Nikes.
Okay, ma'am, you were arrested and charged with trespass on property after warning. I have reviewed this and I do find probable cause and will appoint the public defender's office.
Alors, madame, yo te arrêté ou, yo chargé ou accusé, yo dit que ou te allé marcher entrer dans propriété au monde, là ou te averti ou pour pas faire ça. Alors, moi ouais là gen cause probable là, et là m'a marqué ça là, et puis m'a envoyé dossier pour dans bureau pour public defender.
Okay,
State did convey an offer of a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served, and no return to the 7-Eleven.
and court costs.
Alors peut-être ça tout les dit que la juge pour les retirer adjudication hein, il pas nos prêt pour tribunal yo et puis il pas jamais retourner dans 7-Eleven là.
Okay,
We don't have a Creole plea form, Your Honor.
okay.
Nous pas on
Well, at this,
créole.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nous pas on forme pour plaire en créole.
All right.
Your Honor, her offer was a withhold. It appears that she has basically no other criminal history. Given that we don't have a Creole plea form, state has no objection to an ROR at this time with no return. So she has more time to talk to an attorney, so she understands what she's entering into.
Okay, at this time, go ahead, sir, I'm sorry.
Alors du fait que il pas gain aucun affaires criminelles sous lui et comme ça tout il pas gain aucune autre forme concernant ce créole là, il était temps parler avocat, il comprend les décisions qu'il a prend.
Okay, ma'am, at this time, I've appointed the public defender to represent you. I will release you on your own recognizance with the condition of no return to the 7-Eleven at 319 East Princeton Street. They don't want you back there.
Alors, ma blague ou, et puis m'a assigné ou by public defender a, et puis ma blague ou sous condition pour pas retourner dans 7-Eleven nan, qui dans 319 East Princeton Street.
Okay. The other condition is that you stay in contact with your public defender, ma'am.
Et puis l'autre condition, c'est assurer qu'on était en contact avec public defender ou.
Okay, that is all. Thank you.
C'est tout, merci. Thank you for using our services. You all have a great day.
Mwen gen yon kesyon, oui?
I have a question.
Yes.
Mwen se achete mda l'achete, mde gen pou mwen switch. Yon bagay, yo di m'tan apre 2 heures, mde tan apre 2 heures pou m'fel, aussitôt que yo wè mwete an dan, yo mande m pou m'sorti, mwen di ok, chanje l, ou bien remet mwen kon la.
Campé là.
Oui.
Interpreter clarifies, Your Honor, she didn't ask a question. She said, it was something that I went to buy, and then later I went there to switch it, and they told me to come back after 2 o'clock, and I tried to come back to change it, and then they told me to wait.
Okay. Ma'am,
Tout mwen bezwen la kay mwen, oui, si avoye mwen. Si
And could you please advise the client not to speak about the facts of the case, as everything is being recorded? And I did provide a form with the attorney's phone number on it, where she can discuss any defenses she may have to the crime.
S'il vous plaît, madame, ou capable parler des dossiers, de pour quelle raison tu arrêté là, parce que c'est pas laisser ça pour parler de ça, pas parler des faits, de ça qui passé. Vous êtes assigné public defender à numéro dossier, s'il vous plaît, c'est avec avocat pour parler en privé ou pas parler là qu'on y est.
okay, we're not having the trial today, ma'am, so you're just going to need to talk to your public defender about it, and you'll have a future court date.
C'est pas jeudi à faire jugement pour vous, madame. C'est seulement à parler à public defender des bagailles là en privé de lui. C'est pas qu'on y a pour parler de ça.
Merci. Okay. All right, thank you so much, sir. That's all the Creole we have? Okay, perfect.
Thank you for using our services again. You have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Next one on the docket was Bill Travis.
Yes.
He refuses appearance.
And I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay. At this time, I will find probable cause for the charge of battery, appoint the public defender's office to represent him, stay the bond at 500, with conditions that he have no contact with the named victim in the case. That is all. All right. Next, I have Kayla Biddle. All right.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, could you tell me your name for the record?
Kayla Bidoff.
Okay, ma'am, you were arrested and charged with prostitution or lewdness, a first violation. I've reviewed this. I do find probable cause.
And Your Honor, I would ask for an ROR in this case. State has no objection.
State has no objection to an ROR.
No, Judge.
Then at this time, ma'am, I will release you ROR. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Conditions of your ROR that you stay in contact with your public defender.
It's right here.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Joseph Tripchak.
Okay, sir, you were arrested and charged with petty theft. This says of $100 or more. I don't find probable cause for that, but I do find probable cause for M2 petty theft.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Is there an offer on this case?
No, Your Honor, it's enhanceable.
It's enhanceable.
He has at least like 5 or 6 prior theft offenses.
All right, sir, I will set bond in the amount of $250. Special condition of your bond is that you not return to the Wawa at 4100 West Colonial Drive, Orlando. And I will appoint the public defender to represent you.
And Madam Clerk, the M2 petty theft, the statute would be 812.014, sub 3, sub A.
12.014.
Sub 3, sub A.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Westmeck Lemire.
Okay, sir, you were arrested and charged with loitering and prowling, as well as resisting an officer without violence. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause on both counts. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and I will set bond on the loitering and prowling in the amount of $500 and resisting without violence in the amount of $150.
The state would just ask for a no return.
And I will order that a condition of your bond is that you not return to what address?
It's Century Millennia Apartments at 5172 Millennia Waters Way.
All right, thank you, sir. Yes.
I will, you only offer to resolve one charge?
Sorry?
I'll waive the appearance. But you had made an offer.
Marcano, it was an adjudication.
Oh, you did make an offer. Your Honor, I'm here tomorrow. Could you reset for tomorrow? I'm gonna go speak to him. He probably didn't think he had an offer to resolve the case.
Okay, we'll reset this to tomorrow.
Your Honor,
Yes,
McConnell, we have Eric Morris,
yes.
he bonded.
Okay, great. One less. All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Randy D. Parnell.
I did. It was stuck to the other one. Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sir, you were arrested and charged with exposure of sexual organs, a first offense. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And I will set bond in the amount of $1,000, special condition. Actually, no special conditions. This is his house. Okay. Nothing further.
Your Honor, next on the docket was Roll for St. Victor,
Yes.
he bonded.
Okay. Oops. Be giving you that.
Who refused? Who was it?
Roll.
You said he refused?
He
He
bonded.
bonded.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's all. Yeah. you do.
Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you tell me your name?
My first name is Jordan, last name is Sellers.
Okay, Ms. Sellers. You were arrested and charged with prostitution, lewdness. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause.
Your Honor, in this particular case, she's not from here, but we would ask for a $50 bond. In this particular case, it is a prostitution case as well. We're not asking for an ROR, but I would ask for a $50 bond, and I don't believe the state has any objection.
State has no objection to a lower bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I will set bond in the amount of $50. Special conditions of your bond are that you stay in contact with your attorney. And that is all.
He just fixed it.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Darren Starks.
Okay, Mr. Starks, you were arrested and charged on trespass on property after warning.
Yes, state did convey an offer to Mr. Starks of an adjudication credit time served and no return to any UCF properties.
And court costs, okay.
He wasn't there. He would like you to set a bond, Your Honor.
All right. Then I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and I will set the bond at $500. Special condition of that bond is that you not return to any UCF properties pending this case.
So can you?
You're gonna have a different attorney, which is why I gave you the number. Call them. Yeah, from the jail, yeah. All the way over to the-
All right, good afternoon, ma'am. Could you tell me your name?
Desiree Sherman.
Okay, Ms. Sherman, you were here on a failure to appear. A capias was issued in Division 85. The judge set your bond for $1,000, so I will stay your bond at $1,000. And does she already have the public defender?
No.
Okay, oh, and there's another case? And then you also are charged with prostitution. Okay. I reviewed this, I do find probable cause, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, and I will stay the bond at $7,500 on that matter.
Your Honor, I believe it was at $750. Are you raising it?
I saw it at $750 on the,
Oh, you
He
said
said
$7,500.
oh, I did?
Yes.
I didn't mean to.
Okay.
$750, not $7,500. It's been a long week. Okay. Good afternoon. Could you tell me your name?
Joseph Wimmer II.
Okay. Mr. Rooney, you were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct.
Number. Your Honor, could I get the case number? It's 23 MO.
MO 106AO.
Thank you. Go ahead, State.
And
Sorry.
state did convey an offer to Mr. Rooney of an adjudication credit time served.
And he would like to accept and enter plea of no contest, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, have you read through the plea form, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Correct.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No.
Were you on a criminal probation at the time of this offense?
No.
Okay, and how do you wish to plead to the charge of disorderly conduct?
Guilty.
I'll accept the plea, I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the time that you've already served. I'll release you as to this charge. I'll also order court costs, sir. Are you currently in a stable living situation?
Right now I'm in between housing.
Transient.
Yeah, I'm from Philadelphia, Delaware
Okay,
County.
I'm going to reduce those costs to a civil judgment. That means you owe the money. You're not on a schedule to pay it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to give you a little bit of information, I actually think I came into a bad communications district down here as far as you know about remote link, right? Even remote link courtroom.
I'm sorry, what?
A person's eye vision. No, okay, never mind.
Okay.
It's like
All
going to
right.
it's like going to the gun store and buying electronic program software, like your laptop, TV, cell phone.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
And is this 107, Your Honor, the case number for Watkins?
Yes. 107 AO. Yes. All right.
Lonnie Watkins.
Okay. All right, sir, you were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct.
And the state did make an offer, Your Honor, of an adjudication, credit time served, and Mr. Watkins would like to accept that offer and enter a plea of no contest. This will be 106.
As well as court costs. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were there. Okay, Mr. Watkins, have you read through a plea form and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on a criminal probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
I'll accept the plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty. I'll give you credit for the time that you've already served here in the Orange County Jail. I'll release you as to this charge. I'll also order court costs. I'll reduce those to a civil judgment. Okay, sir, you currently are out on your own recognizance on another charge. Has that been filed on yet? Do we know?
It's the same charge.
No, Your Honor.
No, it's not the same charge, sir. It's the same,
Well, disorderly conduct.
right, which, believe me, does not bode well for you. So
They have not, Your Honor.
they haven't filed on it. That's the only reason I'm not revoking your ROR at this time, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You need to knock it off because you're going to end up sitting for a while.
Yeah, that I don't want to do.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
No action.
Keon Williams Flax.
All right. Okay, sir, you were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. I've reviewed this. I do find probable cause.
And the state did make an offer of an adjudication, credit time served, and Mr. Williams would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest. Williams Flax.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, have you read through a plea form and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on a criminal probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and how do you wish to plead to the charge of disorderly conduct?
No contest.
Okay, sir, I will accept the plea and I will adjudicate you guilty. I will give you credit for the 2 days?
Yes.
2 days that you've already served here in the Orange County Jail. I will release you as to this charge. I will order court costs and reduce them to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Please behave yourself, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Our docket was Lopez Javier.
Okay?
He was pre-trial released.
Okay. So do we then have Benjamin Morales? Is that you? Okay. Okay. Sir, could you tell me your name for the record?
Benjamin Morales Jr.
All right. Sir, you were arrested and charged with driving while license suspended or revoked, subsequent offense, as well as attaching a license plate not assigned to the vehicle. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause.
Your Honor, for PTR, he does qualify. There's no offer today.
Okay. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I will release you. On pretrial release, special condition is that you do not drive without a valid driver's license. So if you get out there and drive, we're going to revoke this pretrial release. Do you understand?
I'm gonna fix my license.
Okay, please fix it. PTR in both cases.
Your Honor, first on the felony docket, we have Fernando Aguilar,
Yes.
bonded.
Okay. Aguilar bonded. Okay.
Next we have Daniel Brown,
Yes.
he bonded.
Okay. That one's yours. Jesse Davis? Okay. All right. Sir, you were arrested and charged with robbery armed with a firearm as well as grand theft third degree. A previous judge already found probable cause. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and on count one, I will stay the no bond status. And count two, set bond at $150. Special conditions are that you have no contact with the victims, that you possess no weapons. That is all. All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Yes, ma'am. It's Jeremy DeWitt, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you were, ooh. Oh, boy. You were arrested and charged with a bunch of stuff, so.
Yes, sir.
let's do it.
I will waive the reading, Your Honor.
Okay. A previous judge has already found probable cause on all of these matters. I will stay the bond amounts as directed by the previous judge. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Your Honor, if, can I, just for 2 minutes of your time, ma'am, can I know, I'm not going to discuss the facts.
I don't know if you want to listen to your attorney or not. She's probably telling you you're not going to, it's not going to make any difference, whatever you tell me right now, to me.
No, I understand.
Okay.
Your Honor, I don't know if you're familiar with who I am. I have come to this courtroom over 28 times, and I've always turned myself in, and I've always, in fact, I actually showed up to court to be sentenced. I've never had an FTA. I'm not a flight risk. I own my own home. I have a wife and daughter. And
Sir, I'm just going to cut you off. I am the IA judge. Your case is not assigned to my division. I do misdemeanors. You're charged with felonies. I'm not going to change this at all, so you need to take this before the judge where your case is.
yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry for your time.
Okay?
Thank you.
No, I'm just saying you're wasting your breath, so,
Roger. Yes,
okay?
ma'am, I appreciate
Your
it.
Honor, just
All right.
for the record, you're saying the bonds on both cases?
I'm staying the bonds on both cases,
Okay.
as listed in the
The warrant?
warrant. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Oh, Question Hardy.
Okay, Mr. Hardy. You were arrested and charged with robbery with a firearm, which is a first-degree felony. And a previous judge has found probable cause and set your bond at none. I will stay the no bond status. Special condition, you have no contact with the named victim. That is all.
I'm from here.
And I'll appoint the public defender. Do that. Should I have known who that guy is? Who said he's been here 20 times? Is he famous or something?
He said 28 times.
Okay, so he's famous for you guys. For those of us who don't even watch the news, okay, I don't know. He is. Okay. All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Gregory Hawk.
Okay, Mr. Hawk, you were arrested and charged with a sex offender violation, failing to report to the driver's license office, and failure to report to the driver's license to change your address. A previous judge has found probable cause. I will set bond on count one in the amount of $1,000. On count two, $100. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, and condition is to comply with any reporting requirements within 72 hours of your release. Okay, and good luck to you, sir. And I'll appoint the public defender. Did I do that? Yes. Okay. It's all becoming a blur.
Yeah, 1,000 and then 500.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Franklin Hawkins.
Okay, Mr. Hawkins, you were arrested and charged with possession of cannabis over 20 grams, a third-degree felony. Okay, and I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and I will stay the bond at $1,000.
As a condition, Your Honor, could you allow him to return back to Memphis where he resides? He's here on vacation as long as he maintains contact with his attorney.
State has no objection.
Okay, and special condition, you stay in contact with your attorney, and I do allow you to return to your home state of Tennessee. Okay? You don't have to stay here.
You're, I don't know if she's in there. Your Honor, because he has to pay the full amount, the total amount he has in cash is a total of 800. Any objection to reducing the bond from 1,000 to 800? Because he's out of state, they have to post the entire amount.
State has no objection given he has no history.
I'm sorry, what?
State has no objection given he has no history.
He has no history? Okay, I'm going to reduce it to 500. Okay? That'll give you $300 to get home.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Stay out of trouble.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm saying all the wrong names here. What am I doing wrong? Okay, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Justin Hodges.
Okay, Mr. Hodges, you were arrested and charged with home invasion, robbery with a firearm and a mask. A previous judge has already found probable cause in this matter and set your bond at no bond. I will stay the no bond status and order that you have no contact with any victim, witness, co-defendant, that you not return to the location of the offense, and that you possess no weapons or firearms. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Jacob Kimball.
Okay, Mr. Kimball, you were arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. And then you also were charged with improper exhibition of a firearm or dangerous weapon, as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. I've reviewed this. I do find probable cause. As to the possession of a controlled substance, I will set bond in the amount of $2,500. Improper exhibition of a weapon or firearm, set bond at $500. Possession of drug paraphernalia, set bond at $100. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Sir, you're currently out on
Is he in pretrial diversion?
you're in pretrial diversion for possession of methamphetamine.
Yes, ma'am. I actually had a complete. I thought I had court the 17th or Monday. Whenever I was at the bus stop when I got arrested. I had a revolver on my hip, so that's why.
Okay, your attorney's probably nudging you saying don't talk.
Okay.
I'm going to take no action on that.
Okay.
Right. You.
Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Lee.
Okay, Mr. Lee. Okay. We're showing that you failed to appear for something in Division 10, and you failed to appear for a pretrial, which was scheduled for November 1st in Division 10, and the judge set you at no bond. I'll stay the no bond status. Do you already have an attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
He does, okay. Stay the no bond status, okay. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Name.
Brandon Scott Mateo Aviles.
Okay, sir, you were arrested and charged on this warrant. A previous judge found probable cause for trafficking in methamphetamines 14 grams or over, as well as possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell. I will stay the bonds at $75,000 for count 1, $2,500 for count 2. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And that is all. Keep doing. I should. I'll get it. I should do this. Then I quit doing. All right. So do we have George Parker? All right.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Mr. Parker, let's see. You were arrested on a capious, and the judge, this is for Division 22, the judge set you at no bond. I'll stay the no bond status. Appoint the Public Defender's Office, that's on the 2020 CF 1161 16AO. I think it's 9 different counts. And then you also have a failure to appear on 2020 CF 15316. And the judge has you set at no bond on that as well. And I'll stay the no bond status on that, appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Okay.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Marcus Scott.
Okay, Mr. Scott, you were arrested and charged with possession of MDMA, ecstasy. I've reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office. You qualify for pretrial release. So I will release you on pretrial release with the special condition that you stay in contact with your attorney, okay? Are you seeking any other conditions?
I don't see anything.
Oh, we know that, but nobody's looking for anything else? Okay, don't do it again.
Yeah, he did. I get it. Okay.
Says it though.
That'd be a new law offense, I don't know. I'm getting punchy, it's been a long day. All right, oh no, look at all of this, okay. All right. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you tell me your name?
Latiana Slaughter.
Okay, Ms. Slaughter. You were arrested and charged with a bunch of stuff. So on 2023 CF 881 AO, I will stay the bonds on delivery of a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a school, stay that at $10,000. Delivery of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a school, stay that at $150. Delivery of fentanyl, $150. Possession of fentanyl, $150. Possession of cocaine, $150. Unlawful use of a two-way communications device, $150. And I will appoint the public defender on that case. On 2023 CF 882 AO, reviewed this. I find probable cause on delivery of a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a school. Stay the bond at $10,000. Delivery of fentanyl, stay the bond at $150. Possession of fentanyl, $150. Unlawful use of a two-way communication device, $150. Appoint the public defender. And in 2023 CF 88380, yes. I will find probable cause. Let's see, where's count one?
The trafficking and
Okay, in count one, trafficking fentanyl, 4 grams or more.
Your Honor, I would ask that you reduce that bond amount to at least 50,000. She has no criminal history. So one arrest, but no criminal history. They already set the other bonds. We have 10,000 on one, 10,000 on another. So I'd ask that you consider reducing count one to at least 50,000.
Your request is denied. Trafficking in fentanyl, 4 grams or more, $100,000. Trafficking in methamphetamine, $150,000. Possession.
We can get it reduced. Just call the attorney because you have no history.
Actually. let me double back here. Okay. In the trafficking, $100,000. I'm not sure what possession, place, structure, trafficking, controlled substance is. State,
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
can you help me out? I'm not understanding this charge.
Possession of place / structure trafficking container? I don't know what that is.
Usually they do that charge when it's like keeping a house to sell drugs out of. In this particular one, I believe it was out of her apartment. So that's the place that she's keeping to sell drugs out of, which would be that charge. But Your Honor, given the 3 different charges and it's already treated as a subsidiary, state has no objection to you treating it as an ROR.
Okay. So on that one, I'll ROR that count. Delivery of a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a school.
$50.
Set that at 150. Possession of cocaine with intent to sell, 150. Trafficking and controlled substance over 100 grams. I'll set that at 25,000. Possession of fentanyl, 150. Possession of cocaine, 150. Unlawful use of a two-way communication device, 150. Have I hit all of them or no? Okay. The first trafficking's 100,000. The second trafficking's 25,000. I ROR'd on the one that says possession of a place, structure, or trafficking.
Your Honor, I would
And the rest I'm setting at 150.
miss that one. Did you get the 25,000? I didn't get 25. Your Honor, it's set at 150. They already set 10,000 on all these other charges. 100,000, it's tantamount to no bond at all. She's not going to be able to afford to get out. The officer placed 150 on the second trafficking since we already set the first trafficking at 100,000. She has no criminal history, never been in trouble. I see 1 arrest, but no convictions on her record, community ties. I would ask that you stay the bond at 150.
On which count?
I thought you said 25,000 on the trafficking.
Count 2, I
On the
believe.
second trafficking?
Yeah, because they had already set the first trafficking at 100,000.
And the third trafficking is also, I believe, already at 150.
No. Trafficking's gonna be set at 25,000, so. Sometimes somebody's first offense is murder. That doesn't mean that you ROR them because they've not ever had priors.
Again, they'll get it reduced for you.
Not a fan of fentanyl. Killing people right and left. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Andre Smith, good afternoon.
Okay, Mr. Smith, you were arrested and charged with trafficking in MDMA, as well as resisting an officer without violence. I reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will set bond in the amount of $50,000. And on the resisting without violence, 150. You're currently out on bond on another resisting without violence. I'll take no action on that. Okay.
Is your phone?
All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Michael Spiegel.
Okay, Mr. Spiegel, you were arrested and charged with possession of MDMA. I review this. I find probable cause. I will stay the bond at $1,000, appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Your Honor, next on the docket was Spencer.
Yes.
Everett. He's currently on medical status.
Defense will waive.
Okay. And on 2022 CF 1478980, find probable cause, set bond in the amount of $1,000, appoint the public defender. That's on his robbery, sudden snatching. And is the VOP separate, or is that something we're dealing with today? I don't have any information on it. Okay. So we're not dealing with 2019 CF 14558? Okay, that's fine. Dealt with, okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you tell me your name?
Aaron Thomas.
Okay, Ms. Thomas, you were arrested and charged with possession of methamphetamine. I've reviewed this. I find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And I will set your bond at 1,000, ma'am. That is all. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Thomas Thurman, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Thurman. A capias was issued on your failure to appear for trial on November 14th of last year, and the judge set you at no bond. I will stay the no bond status. Do you already have counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that is all.
It's the PD.
Your Honor, next on the docket was Todd Elton. He's currently on mental health status.
Defense will waive.
All right. Then I find probable cause. We'll appoint the public defender's office. I'll stay the bond on the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon at $2,500, robbery, sudden snatching, stay it at 1,000. Special condition, possess no weapons, no contact with any named victim.
Your Honor, next on the docket was Charles Towns.
Yes.
He bonded.
Great. Okay, Alberto Gabriel Velez Concepcion. Okay. Sir, could you tell me your name for the record?
Alberto Vélez Concepción. Alberto Gabriel Vélez Concepción.
Okay, sir, you were arrested and charged with, let's see. These are all over the place. Aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer. Reckless driving, trafficking in cocaine, sale of cocaine, possession of cocaine, keeping a public nuisance structure for possessing drugs, resisting an officer without violence, fleeing and eluding a police officer, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause on all of those counts. And I will On the trafficking in cocaine, stay the amount at $100,000. On the aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, I will stay the bond at $5,000. On all other counts, I will set bond in the amount of $100. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. You are currently out on bond on a possession of cannabis on 2023 CF 275AO. No, you were ROR'd on the possession of cannabis. You were out on bond on possession of concealed weapon or firearm by a convicted felon and possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. This time I'm going to revoke those bonds and increase them to $10,000 on count 2 and count 3. I'm increasing I'm revoking your ROR on the cannabis and setting your bond. Actually, I'm just going to leave the ROR on the cannabis alone. That's all.
The cannabis, you taking no action on that?
On the ROR, I'm going to take no action on the ROR on that one, but he's also got 2 felonies.
Okay.
I'm revoking those bonds and doubling them to $10,000 per.
You have possession of concealed weapon and
new.
You just picked it up
Correct.
10 days ago. So all 3 of those gonna be doubles. The date?
Well, 2 of them are double, and the ROR I'm just leaving alone.
The next case.
There's 4? I only have 3.
In 2023 CF 275.
Yeah, the possession of ammunition was before.
I know he just picked this one up. I'm trying to see what this one was.
What was it, a warrant?
Firearm by convicted felon count 2.
Oh, okay. My computer.
I thought you were talking about-
No, no, no. I just wanted to make sure.
It's a new law.
Mm-hmm.
Just one sheet.
Count 1 is the possession of cannabis, according to.
Okay, so
It's ROR'd on that. They were 5,000, they're now 10,000.
Yeah, they're just fixing it, but it's correct on there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I only know what was on the paper. That's what was on the paper. Okay. All right, we're getting there. Okay. And sir, could you tell me your name?
Bruce Welch.
Okay, Mr. Welch, you were arrested and charged with fleeing and eluding a police officer with lights and sirens, and then you were also charged with child abuse. I reviewed this. I do find probable cause on the fleeing and eluding. And I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll set bond at $10,000 on that. And on the child abuse, I guess for having the child in the car while the high speed. I'll set bond at $150 on that. Guess I'll find probable cause. Actually, another judge has already found probable cause. And then on 2023 CF 4970, another judge has found probable cause for child abuse, and I will stay the bond at $1,000 for that. I don't know if those are 2 separate. Okay.
Your Honor, he can't afford the $10,000 bond. Any objection to a $5,000 bond? Last conviction was in 2018 on count 1, the fleeing and attempting to elude.
On the fleeing and eluding?
Yes, Your Honor, he can't afford the 10,000. He's working, but he can't afford 10,000. That's why I'm asking to reduce to 5,000. Last conviction I see was in 2018.
I'll
Majority of-
reduce it to 5,000. For the fleeing and eluding, yes. Is that everything? Extra things for me to sign? Okay. Can we go off record?
Violence by strangulation, and you filled out a form for the public defender. I'll appoint them to represent you in your case. I do find that there is probable cause. We do have a witness present. Ma'am, can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? Do you swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, tell me your name, please.
Kristen Osborne.
All right, Ms. Osborne, how do you know Mr. Bodkin?
We've been dating for 3 years.
You live together?
We're homeless together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just, you stay together?
Yeah.
Okay, are you afraid of him?
I have fears. I'm not really like afraid of him, but I have certain fears.
Okay, do you want to have contact with him?
Can I do non-violent contact? Is that an option?
Have there been prior instances of violence?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, does anyone else have any questions?
None from defense, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Osborne, I'm going to order no contact today, and his attorney can file a motion with the division judge, and they can determine whether or not contact is appropriate, but I think maybe a little break is a good idea. So, Mr. Bodkin, I'm going to order no contact directly or indirectly with the victim, okay? That means you maintain a separate place that you sleep. Okay, so you can't go back to the same place. If you need to go back to that location to get anything, okay, so you have all your stuff? Okay. And I'm going to order no weapons or firearms or any ammunition. And he doesn't qualify for pretrial? No? Okay. I'm going to set the bond on count 1 at 1,000. I'm sorry, on count 2 at 1,000 and count 1 at 100.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Tell me your name.
William Rashid Combs, miss.
All right, Mr. Combs, you're here in 2023 CF 577AO. You're arrested for grand theft third degree. And I do find there's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. No contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. The bond will stay at $2,500. I don't know if this will affect your conditional release, okay? Because I see you're on conditional release, so something may get filed as it relates to that. All right, thank you. Good morning, tell me your name.
Good morning, Jamie Nicholas, Turby David, ma'am.
All right, sir, you're here in 2022 CF 10650AO. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant. Probable cause was found for trafficking in fentanyl of 4 grams or more, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And you didn't fill out a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring your own lawyer?
I will have to talk to my family about it.
Okay.
I haven't
do you-
had a chance to talk to them.
Okay, did you fill out a form for the public defender?
No, ma'am.
Okay, do we do the what do we do if he's wants to hire a lawyer on his own? Yeah, but do they set a date here, like, so it doesn't get lost in the? Okay, I'll just temporarily, I mean, we used to give him a date, but I guess we're not doing that, I don't know. I
No, we
don't know,
don't.
things have changed since I was here, so, I'll temporarily appoint the public defender, okay,
Yes.
just for purposes of, in case you don't hire somebody. Looks like there's a hold for Brevard County as well. So I'm gonna order no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, no weapons, firearms, or any ammunition. And again, there's a hold for Brevard, so, okay.
You're gonna stay
And
the,
I'll stay the bonds.
Can I ask a question?
And that's at 10,000, 1,000, and 100. Who was the gentleman that she said she was waiting on? Sandor? Sanders? Is he accessible or, oh, okay. Sanders? I just don't want to have her wait too long and forget about her.
Sanders. Three charges, the new charges.
He's under felony?
But you gotta pay that before.
Oh, domestic.
Oh, I was gonna say. All right, he's domestic.
Until you deal with this case. You either pay the bond or resolve it. They're not gonna send you.
Right in front of the set. Oh, these are the move-ups? Okay, so I have misdemeanor, oh, felony, there we go. Johnson, Sanders, okay. All right, I'll just, it's only a couple, so, okay.
I will waive, Your Honor. I reset because there was an offer to resolve, but she's
Yeah, I
not
think
here.
Judge Adams told me that,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, okay, so you want to waive?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, and so the PD was appointed, if not, I'll appoint, yeah, a PD was appointed. And she's not to return back to, well, I do find probable cause. She's not to return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred, no contact with any victims or witnesses. And her bond will stay at the 500. Good morning, tell me your name.
Evan Gator.
Mr. Gaydon? Okay, all right, and so you're here in 2015 CF 3411AO. It's a violation of probation. And I'm gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. The judge did set your bond at none. And so you'll see Judge Lattimore in about a week to 10 days as it relates to the VOP, okay? All right, tell me your name.
Alan Peterson.
All right, Mr. Peterson, you're here in 2021 CF 13171AO. It's a violation of probation on view, as well as a new law in 2023 CF 575AO for grand theft third degree. I do find that there is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you in both the cases. There's PC for the on-view VOP as well. And your bond on the VOP is set at none. You'll see Judge Lattimore in that case in a week to 10 days or so. And then as it relates to grand theft third degree, no contact with any victim or witness, no return back to the scene. The bond will stay at $2,500.
Ain't no way I can handle everything right now. Just get it over with.
No. I hate my watch. Good morning, tell me your name.
Johnson.
I'm sorry, tell me your name again.
Johnny Johnson.
Okay, Mr. Johnson. You're here in 2023 CF 386AO. You were arrested pursuant to a capias. It looks like the state filed an information charging you with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, battery, domestic violence, and discharging a firearm in public. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And let's see, so no contact directly or indirectly with any victim in the case. You're not to return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred, and no weapons or firearms or any ammunition. I'll set the bond on count 1 at 15,000, count 2 at 500, and count 3 will remain at 2,500.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. Good morning, tell me your name.
Christopher Sanders.
All right, and then Is she still there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning again. All right, I have Mr. Sanders here. Mr. Sanders, you're here in 2022 CF 14999. You are arrested pursuant to a warrant. Probable cause was previously found for aggravated battery, causing great bodily harm as domestic violence, and tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement. And you're covering for who?
Yes, I'm covering for Attorney Rachel Shaw this morning.
Okay, and did Ms. Shaw, is she filing a notice of appearance?
Yes, she informed me she would be doing it or will do it this morning.
Okay, and so, I'm gonna order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with any victim or witness in the case. No weapons or firearms or any ammunition. And it looks like there is an injunction in place. I don't have that case number, but you're not to have, follow the injunction, okay? Just make sure that you follow that. And, maintain a separate residence. Do you guys live together?
No, we don't.
Okay, so just maintain a separate residence. Anything that you wanted to be heard on as it relates to bond?
Your Honor, just that I don't believe that there's any prior felony convictions, that he does have a good job with federal security clearance, so we're asking for a reasonable bond. Your Honor, we're asking if it could possibly be $2,500.
All right, I'll set the bond at 2,500 on count one. Count two will remain at 150. Okay?
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. And that's it on my end. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
You are the only participant.
Okay. Good morning. Tell me your name.
Arian Hall.
All right, Ms. Hall, you're here in 2023 MM 316AO. You're arrested for domestic violence, battery, and criminal mischief, less than 200. I do find there's probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. And I'm ordering that there's no contact directly or indirectly with the victim. You're to maintain a separate residence. Do you have to go back to the residence at all?
Yes, we don't stay together.
Okay, you don't stay together?
No.
Okay. Did it happen at well, don't tell me what happened, but was the incident that was alleged to have occurred at your residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Does he live there? No?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so just maintain separate residences, but you can go back to your residence, okay? No weapons or firearms or any ammunition, and she does qualify for pretrial release. I'm gonna place her on pretrial release. Make sure you just comply with the pretrial release conditions, okay, ma'am?
Rhonda, that's just one victim, correct?
One victim?
Okay, yeah, I just want to make.
Yeah.
Yep, you're good.
Good morning, tell me your name.
My name is Asif Muhammad.
Okay, Mr. Mohammed, you're here in 2023 MM 313AO. You were arrested for domestic violence battery. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in the case. No contact directly or indirectly with the victim in the case. I'm going to order that you're not to return back to, and I think it's Disney, the Magic Kingdom or any Disney property. I don't know if they trespassed you, but if they did, you have to comply with that. No weapons, firearms, or any ammunition. You live in New Jersey?
Yes.
Okay. Setting your bond at $500. Just make sure if the state does file any charges that you do return back here for the court date, okay?
Honor, did you order no contact?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I
did.
missed that.
That's fine. And $500 bond.
Your Honor, could you please make a part of the order that he is allowed to return to Jersey?
I did, I said that.
Okay.
I said he can go back. He just has to come back for court if they file, or he has a court date.
I gave it to her at that time.
It's not waived.
That's why
When was this?
right, good morning. Tell me your name. Oh, hi. Hi, tell me your name.
Linda Noain.
All right, Ms. Noreen, you're here in 2023 MM31AW. You're arrested for domestic violence battery. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I find there's probable cause. I am going to order no contact directly or indirectly with any victim. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. Do you need to go back to the residence?
She stated that he has left the residence, Your Honor. He does not reside there, so I was going to ask her to
Okay.
maintain separate residence.
I'm just going to say maintain separate residence. If he is there, okay, for whatever reason, then you need to go back with law enforcement one time to get anything because you can't live there, but I don't know where he is, okay? No weapons or firearms or any ammunition, and she does qualify for pretrial release, so I'll release her to pretrial release, okay? Just make sure you comply with that. Yeah, go ahead. No contact, no, maintain separate residences, return one time if needed, and, no weapons. And 5, and pre-TR. Did we reset the first, the case?
He's going to remember me.
I didn't have anything. Yeah, nothing, there was no on view. I didn't have paperwork for an on view.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with it. Yep.
I said he's on, I said that, yeah, and then I said I don't have any paperwork. Because I can't, yeah. All right, good morning, tell me your name.
Good morning. My name is Jose Pagan.
All right, Mr. Pagan, you're here in 2023 MM324AO. You were arrested for domestic violence battery and criminal mischief between 200 and 1,000. And I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you in your case. I do find that there is probable cause for those offenses. And I'm going to order no contact directly or indirectly with any victim or any witness in the case. You're to maintain a separate residence. You're not to return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. And you may return one time with law enforcement to get personal belongings if you need to do so. No weapons or firearms or any ammunition. And I'm gonna set your bond at 2,500 on count 1, 100 on count 2. I am revoking your bond in 2022 MM7897AO. And it's a domestic violence battery as well. I don't know if the state's charged it or not. Does he have the public defender on that case? Do we know?
I can't recall. I do know the state has not moved forward on formal charges.
Okay, if not, I'll appoint them, but I think,
Oh, you're gonna have to call the number.
the bond is set at none on that.
The same exact charge.
Yeah, he's set for arraignment on the 25th on that other case.
That one? Oh, I thought it was involved.
Yeah, he's set, it's the 25th.
Okay, good morning. Tell me your name.
Judy Shaw.
All right, Ms. Shaw, you're here in 2023 MM317AO. You're arrested for domestic violence battery. It doesn't appear that you're going to qualify for the public defender based on your affidavit, okay? So I can't appoint them to represent you today. I can possibly temporarily appoint them, but, and then, ma'am, can you understand me?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, I'll speak slow, and if you have problems, let me know.
Sure, thank
Can
you.
you raise your right hand for me?
Sorry, right?
It's okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What is your name?
Jyoti.
You can put your hand down now. Okay.
Jyoti.
Okay. And then, how do you know Miss Shaw?
She is my daughter.
Okay. Do you live together?
Yes.
Are you afraid of her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
little bit.
Do you want to have contact with her?
Means contact means.
Huh? Do you want to be living together? Do you want to still live
Yes,
together?
yes.
You do, but you're afraid?
Yeah, that's okay, but she is my daughter and
Okay.
I can't live without her.
I understand. Have there been other incidences of violence between the two of you?
No, no.
No, this is the first one?
Yes.
Do you think there was any drugs or alcohol involved?
No.
No? Are you in fear of your
No, no.
safety?
No.
You want her to come home?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you sure?
Yes.
Okay, does the state or public defender have, or I guess the public defender, if you have questions, like, I'd let you ask, but I didn't appoint you.
I think you covered everything, Your Honor. We would just ask that if you order no hostile contact, you explain that.
Yeah, okay, so, Ms. Shaw and Ms. Shaw, I'm gonna order no, violent or hostile contact. So you can have contact, but you can't be violent or hostile towards your mom. So, no fighting, like no punching, no kicking, no spitting, no biting, no getting in her face. You can't even raise your voice to her. If you're upset, you walk away, go for a walk around the block, go work out, do something to get your anger out, okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And so I'm gonna also order no weapons or firearms or any ammunition. She does qualify for pretrial release. So I'm gonna place her on pretrial release. She'll have to check in with a pretrial release officer, okay? And she'll have to comply with that, all right? If she gets arrested again, that could violate her pretrial release and she could be held at no bond. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
Yes, just if anything does happen, contact law enforcement.
Definitely. Thank you.
okay,
you for
all
being
right. Good
here.
luck to you both. Okay. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Matthew Stanford.
Mr. Stanford, you're here in 2023 MM319AO. You're arrested for domestic violence battery. I don't have a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
Possibly.
Okay.
I guess it just depends on how this goes.
Okay, well, I do find probable cause for the offense. I'm gonna, order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with the victim.
Yes.
So they're gonna give you a form to fill out. It explains what that means. You must maintain separate residences. Do you need to return back to the residence to get anything?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you'll go back one time with law enforcement. You gotta contact them in advance. Let them know when, and they'll tell you when to meet them there. You can't go there without them.
Yes, Your
Okay, all right. No weapons or firearms or any ammunition. Also, no alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And he does qualify for pretrial release. I am gonna release him on pretrial release. Make sure you don't violate any conditions of your pretrial release. If you do, you could be held at no bond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Don't miss any court dates. Good morning, tell me your name.
Michael G. Barrientos, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Barrientos, you're here in 2023 CF 586AO. You're arrested for grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle, grand theft third degree, and fraudulent or possessing unlawful possession of identification of another. And so I don't have a form for the public defender. I think you might have them in your, oh, you have Mr. McLean.
Yes, that's where I have.
Okay, so you're gonna hire your own lawyer?
Yeah, I have him. I called some from the come, but he didn't. I don't know why he didn't show.
Okay, well, he might be busy, he might not have gotten your call, but, I won't appoint a lawyer. You'll have bonds on this case. You're not to have any contact with any victim or witness and no return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred.
Yes, ma'am.
And so your bond, I'm gonna set it on count 1 at 2,500. Count 2 will be 150, count 3 will be 100. You are out on release in 2 cases. 2022 CF 3067AO and then 2022 CF 8247AO. I am revoking the bonds and setting those at none at this time, but you do have lawyers on both of those cases, so they'll be able to file any motions that need to be filed. And then maybe you can hire a lawyer on this case, but you do have bonds on this case, okay? The new one.
Question. So I can bond out?
Well,
I can bond out?
depends on, you can bond out on one of your cases, but not your other two. So you might not want to bond out because then you won't get credit for time served. So that's a decision you have to make. I can't make that for you, okay?
But I can't get bonded out right now if I.
On one of your cases, not the other two. Good morning, tell me your name.
Felipe Begosi.
Bay?
Felipe Begosi.
Okay, I don't. Felipe, how does the
Bogossi.
Wait, I don't have that.
Oh, no, they reset him for tomorrow. We didn't get him yet.
Bogossi?
I don't have anything.
Okay, they said that,
I have it. Yeah, we have.
I have nothing, so
right, and I didn't do anything yet. I didn't
Oh,
do
well.
nothing either because, downstairs, what's his name? Whatever his name said, they reset him for tomorrow.
The state doesn't have anything either. I don't have him.
That's the one for tomorrow.
What is, let me see. Oh, he's, in the misdemeanor. I got
I
it.
think he's, yeah, I think he's in the misdemeanor.
He's in the misdemeanor. He had a, and then they brought up a felony, said he had a felony case too.
Yeah, that's the one you made an offer.
Gosi. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bagosi, I have you for two cases, 2023 MM33AW for loitering and prowling. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you in that case. 2023 CF 600AO for burglary of an unoccupied structure and looks like just petty theft. And I'll appoint the public defender in that case as well. I do find that there is probable cause for those 2 or 3 charges. And you're not to return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred in the MM case. No contact with any victims or witnesses in that case. Your bond will stay at $500. For the burglary, you're not to have any contact with any victims or witnesses, nor to return back to that Starbucks. And your bond will stay at $1,100. Good morning, tell me your name.
Ramil Bay.
All right, Mr. Bay, you're here in 2023 CF 593. You're arrested for burglary of a dwelling, possession of cocaine. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're not to return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. No contact with any victim, witness, or co-defendant. And I believe the bond is $5,000 on count 1 and $150 on count 2, and no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, sorry. And then you're out on bond, and, or release, you're ROR'd on one and you have a bond on another. I'm revoking those releases. In 2022 CF 9683AO, you do have an attorney, and in 2022 CF 9061AO, you also have an attorney. They'll be able to file any bond motions for you in those cases. All right, thank you, sir.
Ella Carlini is bond.
Carlini bonded? Okay, thank you.
Miguel Carrion is outside medical.
Which one? Is outside medical? I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, for Mr. Carrion, All right, so I'll appoint the public defender. You're waiving his appearance.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, he was arrested pursuant to a warrant. Probable cause was found for grand theft third degree, burglary of structure, and criminal mischief. And no return back to where the offense alleged to have occurred, no contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. And the bonds will stay as set, 1,000, 2,500, and 500. It looks like he also has a hold for Pinellas.
I also have a sale and delivery of fentanyl, sale and delivery of cocaine. It's Giovanni, wait.
Carlini bonded.
Leanie Ella.
You have a possession of fentanyl for Miguel Carrion?
No, it's two different carry-ons. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I had Giovanni. Yeah, that's the next one.
Bonnie.
Yeah, she waived and I appointed. All right. Giovanni Carrion? Okay,
I apologize.
that's fine.
Not a very popular.
It's a lot of cases. Good morning. Tell me your name.
Giovanni, carry on.
All right, Mr. Carrion, you're here in 2023 CF 60180. You're arrested for sale and delivery of fentanyl and sale and delivery of cocaine. I'm going to appoint the public defender. I don't find probable cause. The drugs were not tested, so unless somebody tell me something. He just says personal use. He doesn't admit that they're what they believe them to be. Nothing was NIC tested or presumptively positive for any drugs.
Since it is alleged fentanyl, the state would be asking for 24 hours to supplement the report.
Well, and cocaine, like there's no,
Yeah.
there's two drugs.
Oh, I see.
I don't really care about.
Okay, so, well, I do. And I'll give the state 24 hours. He does have bonds, so those will stay. So if you do want to bond out, you can bond out, right? You have a $15,000 bond and a $150 bond. But if not, if you're not able to bond out, it'll be reset for PC for tomorrow for the state to provide me additional information, okay?
We did qualify Mr. Carrion.
Yeah, but I'm not, I'm personally not gonna release him for pretrial release.
Your Honor, what was the bonds again? I'm sorry.
It's 15,000 and 150.
Thank you, Judge.
So if he doesn't bond out, we'll see Mr. Carrion tomorrow.
Marcus' character is mental health.
Okay.
I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, and so I'll appoint the public defender. They're waiving his appearance, 2023 CF 603AO, battery, one prior, indecent exposure of sexual organs as a subsequent offender. And I do find that there's probable cause. And so he's to have no contact directly or indirectly with the victim or any witness in the case, no return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. I'm staying the bond at 2,500 and 500. Tell me your name. All right, Mr. Cooper, you're here in 2023 CF 583AO. You're arrested for possession of methamphetamine and possession of an open container. And I'll appoint the public defender. There's probable cause. No return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. No drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. I'm gonna set your bond at 1,000 on count 1. Count 2, I'll ROR.
I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender for Ms. Devenu, and then you're waiving her appearance in 23 CF 594AO, burglary of a dwelling and possession of cocaine. There is probable cause. No return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred, and no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, no contact with any victim, witness, or co-defendant. And the bond will stay set at 5,000 and 150. Tell me your name.
Daniel Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert, you're here in 2023 CF 581AO for burglary of an occupied structure, criminal mischief of more than 1,000, and trespass on school grounds or facility. I don't have a form for the public defender. Did you want me to see if you qualify to have them appointed?
I'm trying to get my lawyer.
You're gonna get a lawyer? You have Mr. Yates on your other case? Mr. Yates, okay. Okay. And so I'm gonna order that you have no contact with any victim or witness, no return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred, abide by any trespass warning. I'm staying the bond on count 1 at
I heard
5,000.
voices in my head telling me to.
Count 2 will be 150, count 3 will be 100. I'm revoking your bond in 2022 MM 7388AO and 2023 MM 279AO, and setting those bonds at none.
Sharon, what's the bond for burglary of structure?
5,000.
Okay, thank you. That's what I thought. Oh. Good morning. Tell me your name.
It's Frank.
Oh, it's afternoon. I don't, it's, time stands still here. Yeah, you said Harold?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Harold, you're here in 2023 CF 580AO for, arrested for possession of fentanyl and possession of cocaine. I do find that there's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. No drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Your bond will stay at 1,000 and 150.
Your Honor, in this particular case, I was going to ask for an ROR. He has no criminal history, community ties, Navy veteran.
He has a criminal history.
This is
Oh, am I the wrong person? Oh, I was looking at Gonzalez. I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
He's he's got a lot of out-of-state and.
No, I was
Yeah,
looking
this
at,
He has an open warrant for failing to appear and.
I was looking at a different case, Your Honor.
For where though? I don't, for open to appear where, ma'am?
It doesn't say. You just have an open warrant for failing to appear for delivery of heroin. Yeah.
No, but that's.
I don't think they're gonna do anything because it's not extradited. They're not gonna extradite you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If I can, I was trying to work something.
The bonds say. Yeah, no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Tell me your name.
Jordan Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones, you're here in 2022 CF 8685AO. It's a battery one prior. The state filed an information in your case, so probable cause was previously found. I'll appoint the public defender. Not to have any contact directly or indirectly with the victim, any co-defendant, if there is one, any witness. Do not return to the scene of where the offense is alleged to have occurred, and no weapons, firearms, or any ammunition. And that's not a DV case, correct? Okay, just making sure, because I didn't say it on there. And I'm setting the bond at 2,500. I just didn't know why there was no bond, so if it was DV, I wasn't sure.
Yes, sir.
Did Gonzalez bond? That Gonzalez got bond?
They said, yeah, he bonded.
Justice bonded, right?
Like, I didn't hear it when they said it.
2,500. That's okay. Jones bonded. Justice bonded, I mean.
Rhonda, you have the booking number, Judge?
23001192.
Bonded.
Good morning, tell me your name. Or afternoon, tell me your name.
Good afternoon. Aquarius LeGrand.
All right, Mr. LeGrand, you're here in 2023 CF 501, and you were arrested pursuant to a warrant. Probable cause was previously found for first-degree felony murder, robbery with a firearm, and conspiracy to commit armed robbery. And I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in the case. You're not to have any contact directly or indirectly with any victim, witness, or co-defendant, no drugs, alcohol, without a valid prescription, no weapons, firearms, or any ammunition, and no return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. I'm gonna stay the bond at none on counts 1, 2, and 3, and, your attorney will be able to set, an Arthur hearing downtown, in Division, I think it's 22, within a reasonable amount of time pursuant to junior case. And, you are out on release in 2023 MM 206AO and 2022 CF 12174AO. I am revoking the releases in those cases and setting the bonds at none. I'll appoint the public defender if you don't have an attorney in those cases. All right, good afternoon. Tell me your name.
My name is Gail Steve.
All right, Mr. Lordria, and I think you indicated something about the statute.
Yes, Your Honor, it should be simple possession. It looks like they charged him with possession with intent to sell. Even in the affidavit, the officer just mentions possession of the drug, not possession with intent to sell. So I just ask that you find PC for simple
So
possession.
it'll be 893.136C-2. Okay, do you need that? So I'm finding PC for simple possession of MDMA. And it's 893.13 subsection 6, subsection C-2. And I'll appoint the public defender. And they set the bond. I think it was just a typo.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the bond is stayed at 1,000. No drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Mr. Lorgia is out on bond in 2022 CF 11143AO. I am revoking the bond and setting that at none at this time. I'll appoint the public defender if he doesn't have an attorney on that case.
And the out on bond, given that it's unrelated, Your Honor, I would ask that you consider revoking and doubling as opposed to holding him.
I'm gonna set it at no bond. Yeah. Yeah, and I appointed the PD if he didn't, because it's not listed that he has an attorney on the form. Yeah. It's simple possession, but they charged it accidentally as possession with intent. Yeah, it's in the, I read it like 5 times, so. Yeah, and I just stayed the bond because I think they just inputted it incorrectly. Yeah. Tell me your name.
Damon Ling.
All right, Mr. Lang, you're here in 2023 CF 587AO. You're arrested for aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle, and resisting an officer with violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I find there's probable cause for those offenses. You're not to have any contact directly or indirectly with any victim or witness, no weapons, firearms, or any ammunition. I'm gonna stay the bond at 10,000. Count 2 will be 150, count 3 will be 100. And it looks like there's some holds for Osceola for violations of probation, okay? Good afternoon, tell me your name.
Stephon Maxim.
All right, Mr. Maxim, you're here in 2023 CF 584AO. You were arrested for possession of cocaine, possession of cannabis less than 20, possession of drug paraphernalia. And I find there's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. No return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. So don't go back to the food lotto. No drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. And the bond will be 1,000, 100, and 100. And you're out on release in 2022 CF 10496AO. I am revoking and setting the bond at none. You do have the public defender.
Your Honor, I believe he was arrested in September, and to date, no information has been filed, so I would ask that you take no action.
They have time. No, just no return. No drugs. Sorry? Okay. Do you want, well,
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
will-
find that if he's refusing to come to
Yes,
court,
I
that
will.
he's waived his appearance. All right, and I'll appoint the public defender in the case. And he was arrested pursuant to a warrant in 23 CF 429AO for attempted extortion, petty theft, grand theft of a controlled substance, and, wait, well, the warrant's different than the charging affidavit. Do you want me to go by the warrant, Sean? Okay, so counts 1 and 2 are petty theft, grand theft of a controlled substance, and then attempted extortion. And he's not to return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred, no contact with any victims or witnesses, no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. The bonds will stay set, looks like. So I don't know how they, yeah, yeah. It's all messed up. All right, tell me your name. All right, Mr. Price, you're here in 23 CF 589AO. You're arrested for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. I find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. No weapons, firearms, or any ammunition. I'll set your bond at 4,000 on count 1 and 150 on count 2. And you do have reporting requirements, so make sure you comply with those, okay? Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. Good afternoon. Tell me your name.
My name is Rivera Felix.
Mr. Rivera, you're here in 2023 CF 568. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant for burglary of a conveyance and grand theft third degree. And I don't have a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring your own lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Did you want to see if you qualify for the public defender?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
I work for Joe's Landscaping.
Okay. Do you work, you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
It's weekly, but at the current moment in the wintertime, it's a little bit slow, so it's
So
right now
what do
it's
you
part-time.
on average get per week?
About $200-300.
Okay.
It's more of a
So,
part-time job.
part-time. Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yes,
Okay. How many?
I have 3 of them.
Okay, I'll find that you qualify for the public defender. I'll appoint them to represent you. And you're not to return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. No contact with any victims or witnesses. Your bond will stay at $3,500 and $150.
Thank you, ma'am. I do greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, too. Rivera bonded. I've got 23001184.
Bonded, Your Honor.
All right, tell me your name.
Rodriguez.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you're here in 2023 CF 544AO. You're arrested for carrying concealed firearm, grand theft third degree of a firearm, and possession of cannabis. And I find probable cause for those offenses. In 2023 CF 582AO, you're arrested for trafficking in fentanyl 4 grams or more, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver with a weapon, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver with a weapon, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, possession of cocaine with a weapon, possession of a firearm and the commission of a felony, possession of cannabis over 20 grams with a weapon, possession of tetrahydrocannabinols, possession of cannabis more than 20 grams, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And I find probable cause for those offenses as well. I think the public defender wanted to be heard as to, I wrote down Rodriguez Pedro.
Yes, Your Honor, as.
He doesn't qualify for the public defender, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just, they had charged him with possession with intent to sell or deliver of cocaine with a weapon, and then they charged him again with just possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver. Then they charge him again with possession of cocaine with a weapon. I was just asking on the possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver on one of those that he be ROR'd, given that they already charged it with the weapon and they already charged him again with possession of cocaine with a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, there is PC for everything, but
that's what I'm
I'll consider that as it relates to bond. But you don't qualify, Mr. Rodriguez, for the public defender. You make $700 a week.
No, I wasn't every week. It was here and there. I have an LLC. I have a business clothes brand. I go to events and sell clothes. That's how I make my living.
I'm sorry, you have a business?
Yes, a business clothes brand, and I go to events that sell clothes, like urban events or black marketing. We go there and we sell clothes, and that's how I make my living, selling my clothes and my brand.
Okay, so,
It's not every week guaranteed I make $700.
and you don't have any kids?
I have kids. I have stepkids. Like I have
Okay.
a daughter
Do
that
do you pay for them?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna find that you qualify for the public defender. I'll appoint them to represent you. All right, so as it relates to the first case, I'm ordering no weapons or firearms or any ammunition, no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, no contact with any co-defendant in the case or witness. I'm gonna stay the bond at 1,000, 3,500, and then count 3 will be 100. On the 582 case, no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, no weapons or firearms or any ammunition. No contact with any witnesses or possible co-defendants in that case. For the count 1, I'm setting the bond at $50,000. Count 2 will be $15,000. Count 3 will be $150,000. Count 4 will be $7,500. Count 5 will be $150,000. Count 6 will be $1,000. Count 7 will be $150,000. Count 8 will be $150,000. Count 9 will be $150,000. Count 10 will be $100,000.
You say count 2.
$15,000. So $50,000, $15,000, $150,000. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna count 4, I'm gonna do $150,000 as well, okay? And then you're out on release, Mr. Rodriguez, in multiple cases. 2022 CF 5080, 2022 5081, and 2022 CF 5082. I am revoking the bonds and setting those bonds at none. It looks like you have attorneys, and they work at the public defender's office, so he does have the public defender in all of those cases. All right, tell me your name.
Terry C.
All right, Mr. C, you're here in 2023 CF 402AO. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant for fleeing and attempting to elude a law enforcement officer by failing to obey an order to stop, and count 2, driving with a suspended license as a habitual traffic offender. And I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in the case. Don't drive without a valid driver's license.
Your Honor, I believe he qualifies for PTR. I would ask for pretrial release in this case.
Yeah. All right, Mr. C, I'm gonna order you to pretrial release.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't comply with your pretrial release, they'll violate you and you'll be probably held at no bond, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a full-time job.
Why don't you talk to the public defender and if she wants to tell me anything?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Paper just keeps coming. Tell me your name.
Christina Sue Sinclair.
All right, Ms. Sinclair, you're here in 2022 CF 10988. You were arrested pursuant to a warrant for sale and delivery of methamphetamine, and probable cause was previously found. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in the case. No drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. I'm staying the bond at $7,500.
Your Honor, would you be willing to release on ROR?
Tell me your name.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Spees, you're here in 2023 CF 57280. You're arrested for grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle. I find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. No contact with any victim or witness in the case. And the bond will be set and stayed, at 1,000. Tell me your name.
Leah Stewart.
Ms. Stewart, you're here in 2021 CF 7730AO. You were arrested for a failure to appear, capious, for failing to appear for trial management conference on January 3rd of 2023. The judge did revoke your release and set your bond at none. Does she have the public, if not, you
Yes,
filled
ma'am.
out a form, I'll appoint them if she doesn't, okay, but she filled one out, so. Tell me your name.
Travis Walters.
Mr. Walters, you're here in 2023 CF 588. You were arrested for criminal mischief over 1,000 and possession of MDMA. There's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. No drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. No contact with any victim or witness. Count 1, your bond will be 150. Count 2, 1,000. Tell me your name.
Alice Williams.
All right, Ms. Williams, you're here in a couple cases, 2023 CF 571AO for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'll appoint the public defender in all your cases for you, okay? And I do find that there's probable cause, no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. The bonds will stay at 1,000 and 100. 2021 CF 14504AO, you failed to appear for a status hearing on January 9th of 2023, and the judge did revoke the bond but set you at 1,000 in that case. And in looks like a Seminole out-of-county on-view VOP, and so it looks like there is probable cause for the on-view violation of probation based on the new law violation. And so you'll be held for Seminole, but you'll have to bond out here first before Seminole, right, Robin? Yes, correct. Okay. Is there just one on view?
Yes.
Okay, I get multiple papers, so, but I can't appoint the public defender in the Seminole on view, okay? All right. And bond is set at none on that. Tell me your name.
Coheed Wilson.
Mr. Wilson, you're here in 2023 CF 205. You are arrested pursuant to a warrant. Probable cause was found for burglary of an occupied dwelling. And I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in your case. No contact with any victims or witnesses, no return back to where the offense is alleged to have occurred. Who set the bond here?
Your Honor, I would ask that you
Yeah,
can.
I'm just looking at the bond. I don't even know who signed the warrant.
Yes, Your Honor, I was gonna ask for a reduction, more consistent with the bond schedule. He has no failures to appear.
Yeah, I think probably the concern was in the affidavit that, there's multiple cases pending between the parties. If you read the last paragraph, there was, the alleged victim seems to be an alleged victim in multiple cases, and then they also indicate this is not the first time that he tried to enter the residence without permission.
Oh.
So I think that's probably why the bond was so high. And I'm just looking at his face sheet to give me a little bit more information. Do we know, what's going on or what happened with the other cases with the alleged victim? Because
I'm checking now, Your Honor.
I'm just a little concerned about the repeated issues here.
Your Honor, I'm not able to find.
Yeah, it looks like the CF was no infoed, in October by the state.
Yes, Your Honor, the only thing I'm showing open is this case.
Yeah, the other one was, can't even find that one. All right, I'm gonna set the bond at 25,000, I'm sorry. I'm reducing it in half, Mr. Wilson, but no contact with the victim in the case, okay? You understand? Resolve some of these cases here.
I can ask about, I'll email somebody.
All right, tell me your name.
Devontae Atkins.
All right, Mr. Atkins, you're here in 2021 CT 1883. It's a failure to appear for an arraignment, for attaching a tag not assigned. The judge did set your bond at none. I'm gonna appoint the public defender.
Your Honor,
Yeah,
in this case, everyone's at the parade, but we are trying to work out an offer.
Yeah, I was gonna go through it all and then
Oh, okay.
see, because I didn't know if anything was, it looks like everything is pleable.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, I'll
The
just,
state just needs time to speak with their attorneys, so we were asking to see if we could reset it for tomorrow.
well, I'm not gonna do that, just to reset it to plea. So if you wanna plea it out today, then we can do that, but I'm not gonna reset it just to plea. I mean, otherwise you can just contact the divisions. It looks like 61, or maybe one judge would take all three cases and plea it out if you need more time to resolve that. I'm sure you can get him over there by Wednesday if you request it on Tuesday. Or you can try to, I can give you a minute and we can recall him.
Well, I think that the state attorney stated they have to speak with,
I mean, it's a no motor vehicle registration, it's an attaching a tag not assigned, and it's a driving while license suspended, so there's no victim.
Yeah, I just haven't had time to like review it to make an offer is the problem, because it was in my non-pleable stack, so I didn't
Does
even.
he, what's his credit for time served? Do we know? Okay.
but I looked at his driving record. I didn't see, this would not habitualize him. I just didn't want him being held here on no bond for a case he can resolve, Your Honor, which is why I was trying to plea it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I'm happy to plea it, I'm not gonna reset it for tomorrow for a plea, like.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you just give me like 1 second? and
Yeah, we can recall in. Let me just go through. So he had a failure to appear also for the no motor vehicle registration. That was for an arraignment. The bond is actually 200 in that case. And then the driving while license suspended, 2021 CT 1884, that's a no bond failure to appear warrant. That's, and I don't have a driving record. I don't know, Robin, do you have one for me? Oh, okay, you might have. Yeah, you did. Thank you. So he has a criminal in Duelis in 2017, and in 2015.
So it's looking like he would be looking at 10 days pursuant to the statute if this is his third. So it'd be an adjudication, court cost, cost of prosecution, and 10 days in the Orange County Jail for the Duelis. And then for the no registration and tag not assigned, those would be adjudications and credit time served. Is there a fine? Make sure there's no fine. Yeah, it would be the court cost, cost of prosecution, and credit time served for the others.
So either he has no bond, he'd do his 10 days, or he's gonna have to wait for a bond hearing, and it may be,
He's willing to take the 10 days, Your Honor.
okay. So you have 2017, so 2018, 19, 20, 21.
It's gonna age check.
I don't think it will, because he's got 2015 and
15,
2017. I
okay.
think 2017's out of the outside of 5 now, right? God. So it's strike one now, again, starts over, right? But you have the prior, so it's a mandatory 10 days on the Duelis. You want to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand, though, that it is an enhanceable offense. So you get 2 more within 5, and they're criminal, then you become a habitual traffic offender, you lose your license for 5 years. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna, the no motor vehicle registration is gonna be an adjudication, credit for time served, court costs, and cost of prosecution, which is it 50 or 100? 100?
I think it's 100.
I think it's 100. Okay. And then, same thing on the attaching a tag not assigned. All right, raise your right hand for me, Mr. Atkins. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Ma'am.
All right, did you review the plea form?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Did you understand everything on the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the pleas in these 3 cases?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand there will not be a trial, and the state will not have to prove the case against you beyond a reasonable doubt? Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you want to plead no contest or guilty?
No contest.
Okay. I find you're alert and intelligent, and you understand the nature and consequences of the pleas. On the, so 4 days on all of them? Okay, so in 2021 CT 1883, 3, that's the attaching a tag not assigned. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, and you have 4 days, sentence you to 4 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 4 days' time served. I'll impose court costs and costs of prosecution, and I'll give you a year to pay, okay? In 2021 CT 1882, that's the no motor vehicle registration. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 4 days with credit for 4 days' time served, impose court costs and costs of prosecution, again, give you a year to pay. On the driving while license suspended, I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 10 days with credit for 4 days' time served with court costs and costs of prosecution, and I'll give you a year to pay that as well. So you'll have until January 14th of 2024 to pay all of those, and they're gonna fingerprint you for the Dwellis. January 19th, 2024. Anything else we needed to address on those?
No, you're-
No?
That's right. So it makes it-
Okay,
so they'll-
thanks.
They're either gonna be really happy that I did that, or
They usually resign on you. He didn't have an attorney, so that's why I didn't sign, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, no, I wasn't even looking at that.
No, I didn't want him to get the extra.
I was just looking at what was written on the plea form.
Okay.
Okay.
Chandler Ayers is a bond.
Okay. Yeah, that's your plea guy.
Did you say?
I like it when they bond.
PTR, can you?
Oh, he bonded.
Robin,
And
can you
then-
run a number for me?
Castiglione bonded? Okay. I'm sure they did if I didn't have a face sheet.
23001135.
Oh, wait a minute, Tyson Sanders?
Yeah. They're BOP.
For today, he's a.
Yeah,
BOP.
okay. He got pulled out of my stack.
Oh, okay.
I see now.
Was there another one, Judge?
I'm at Gallagher? Okay.
He bonded.
Bonded, okay. I think so, I didn't have a face sheet.
What's his booking?
I just assume they bonded if I don't have a face sheet.
Did Ayers, Chandler?
Yeah, he bonded.
Sorry. There's a lot
I'm going
on.
fast? Oh, I don't know. Pam?
Bonded.
Pam? Bonded, look at that.
And Ham was a bond.
Bonded, bonded,
Okay,
bonded.
we, just. He bonded.
Hawk? Mr. Hawk? Okay, Mr. Hawk, you're here in 2023 MM 312AO. You're arrested for trespass in a structure. I do find that there's probable cause. Was there an offer from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, credit time served.
Okay, and so I won't appoint the public defender to give him that cost. That's silly if we're just gonna resolve it. Did you want to resolve it, Mr. Hawk, with credit for time served?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you read the plea? Can you raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you read this plea form that you signed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Did you understand everything on the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
You on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days? 2 days time served. And, you can't go back. You gotta abide by the trespass warning. You can't go back to the Lynx bus station, okay? If you go back, probably gonna be right back here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I'll impose court costs. I'll give you a year to pay those court costs. January 19th of 2024, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Tell me your name.
Tyler Vincent Nyblack.
All right, Mr. Nyblack, you're here in 2023 MM 318AO. You're arrested for loitering and prowling. And I do find that there is probable cause. Did the state have an offer?
Your Honor, I did not give an offer on this one. just because I didn't have his criminal history.
Okay.
But
Want to look at it?
I believe it should be, it's credit time served is appropriate.
Adjudication credit time served?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have.
That's, yeah, okay. I didn't write this one down, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That's fine.
That's what, I was like,
You want to do that, Mr. Nyblack?
Yes, ma'am, I
guess you
do.
do, okay. All right, let me have you raise your right hand to be sworn in. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Did you sign the plea form here?
yes,
Did you read and understand it?
yes, I did.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay. Do you understand all those rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Okay. I'm gonna accept your plea of no contest, adjudicate you guilty, and impose, is it 2 days credit for time served? 1 day credit for time served, and impose court costs, and I'll give you a year to pay those. I don't think you should go back to the 628 East Amelia Street,
Yes.
okay?
Understood, yes.
Okay, if you go back there, I don't know, something bad might happen,
Yes,
okay? All right, and so, I think that's it. Good luck.
you're good.
Thank you.
A year to pay, yeah.
Larry Odom with a refusal?
Okay,
We'll waive it.
okay, let me just sign this for Sharon. Okay. All right, so Mr. Odom refused. I'll appoint the public defender, and they're waiving his refusal to appear 2023 MM 305AO. And he was arrested for trespass on property after warning. There's probable cause. And I'm staying the bond at 500. He's not to have any contact with any victims or witnesses, and no return back to 55 West Church Street. Tell me your name.
Quincy Starks.
All right, Mr. Starks, you're here in 2023 MM 315AO. You're arrested for trespassing and in an occupied structure or conveyance. And does the state have an offer?
No, Your Honor, the state needs to contact the victim in this case.
Okay, all right. So you do, he qualifies for pretrial release. So, Mr. Starks, no return back to the place where the incident has alleged to have been occurred, okay? So don't go back there, no contact with any victims or witnesses. And I'm gonna release you on pretrial release, so make sure you don't miss any court dates and that you comply with the pretrial release, okay? Okay, have a good day. No return, no contact, yeah. Good afternoon, tell me your name. Mr. Blanco? Okay. All right, Mr. Blanco, you're here in 2022 CT 411. It's an out-of-county warrant for failing to appear, and you do have a bond of $5,000. So that will stay, if you're not able to bond out, it looks like the county is St. Lucie County. So if you're not able to bond out, I think they have 72 hours, but doesn't include the holiday, right? Okay, so if you can bond out, okay, if you have a bond, but if you're not able to, they'll have to pick you up within 72 hours, not including the holiday, but that's just an admin order.
I could bond out today.
Huh?
I got access to go bond now.
Yeah, if you can bond out, then you can bond out.
He's out on bond, you see the container.
Yeah, but I don't know I don't know when the offense occurred, and I can't do anything with that because I have no idea when the incident in St. Lucie happened, so I'm not taking any action on the out on bond. You have a court date or something in the case here in Orange County on February 8th. It looks like there's some sort of date in February 8th. I don't know what it is, and you don't have an attorney, I don't think. So make sure you don't miss court on the Orange County case.
February 8th.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but that's what it says on here. So make sure whatever paperwork you got from when you bonded out, that you make sure you don't miss that court date, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Tell me your name. All right, Mr. Caldwell, you have an out-of-county warrant out of Lake County. and you have no bonds on those. And I think Lake County has, is it 48 or 72? 48 hours, not including the holiday, to come and get you, okay? All right.
Stupid.
Tell me your name.
Lewis Hawks.
Okay, Mr. Hoggs, you're here on an out-of-county warrant out of Volusia County, and the judge did set your bond at none in that case. And it's just one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, and so Volusia has 72 hours, not including the holiday, and if they don't, they'll bring you back to court, okay?
Okay, so they could be coming to get me when?
They should come and get you maybe by Wednesday?
Monday's a holiday.
Yeah.
Thursday?
Maybe Thursday? Okay? Tell me your name.
Dustin.
All right, Mr. Holland, you have an out-of-county warrant out of Brevard County. It's a child support writ, so you do have a purge amount of $867 for that. So if you're able to pay that, you'll be able to get out of jail. If not, Brevard are they picking people up on child support writs?
If it's, I believe so, Your Honor, if it's out of county, if he doesn't pay the purge. And I believe they have maybe
Okay.
72 hours as well.
Okay, well, he has another, I'm sorry, it was,
He has other county.
yeah. So you have another out-of-county, out of Brevard too, and, okay, and you have bonds on those as well. Looks like $500 on 6 counts each. So if you're able to bond out, you have bonds on everything, okay? If not, Brevard will have 72 hours to come and get you.
All right, yeah, I just gotta be at work at Monday, so that way I can pay the child support.
I know,
The bond.
I can't do anything with their, I don't have jurisdiction, so
understand.
maybe somebody in your family can help you out, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Paul Paxson is medical.
And I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay, looks like this was also reset for a possible plea.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think the PD was previously appointed, and it's a trespass on an occupied conveyance, a refusal to leave. The public defender's waiving his appearance, and there's probable cause, and the bond will stay at 500, no return and no contact. Tell me your name.
Elsie Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, you're here in 2022 CF 5008AO. It's a violation of probation. The judge in your case set your bond at none. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in that case. And you also have 2022 CF 5930AO. That's also a violation of probation, and the judge set your bond at none. I'll appoint the PD. You'll see Judge Lattimore in a week to 10 days for your violations. Tell me your name.
Kelton Little.
All right, Mr. Little, you're here in 2021 CF 5403AO. You're arrested for an on-view violation of probation based on a new law violation in 2023 CT 345AO and 2021 CF 15670 and 2023 CF 592AO. So I'm going to go through each one. 345 is a no valid driver's license. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Find probable cause. Don't drive without a valid driver's license. That bond stays at 500. 2021 CF 15670. It's a, well, that's another on-view VOP. So there's probable cause for both on-view violations of probation. And I'll appoint the PDs in both of those cases. Those bonds will stay at none at this time. You'll see Judge Lattimore on those cases. 21 CF 15670, and then 21 CF 5403. 2023 CF 592AO, you're arrested for possession of a concealed weapon or firearm by a convicted delinquent, carrying a concealed firearm, grand theft third degree of a firearm, and grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. And there's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. No contact with any victim or witness in the case. No weapons, firearms, or any ammunition. And the bond will stay set at 4,000 and 150, 150, and 150. I think that's all of them, right? Okay. And it looks like you also have a hold for Osceola out of county.
That's it.
Tell me your name.
Tyson Sanders.
All right, Mr. Sanders, you're here in 2020 CF 12979BO. You're arrested for a violation of probation warrant. The judge did set your bond at none. Were you planning on hiring your own lawyer, or did you, I can appoint the public defender.
Already hired one.
You hired somebody? Who'd you hire?
Catherine. I can't remember.
Okay, well, you'll see Judge Lattimore in about a week to 10 days, okay? So your bond is set at none right now. All right, tell me your name.
Say your name.
Is this Mr. Brown?
Joshua Lee Brown.
Okay, Mr. Brown, you're here for an open container violation in 23 MO 80, and I find probable cause. Did you want to enter a plea? Okay, all right, and it's an adjudication of guilt and credit for time served
Yes, Your
and
Honor.
court costs, and then is it 1 day or
2 days.
2 days? Okay. All right. Can I have you raise your right hand, Mr. Brown? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you sign this plea form? Okay, you can put your hand down. Did you read and understand everything in the plea form?
Yes, Your
Do you
Honor.
understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
All right. You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and I'll accept your no contest plea to the open container. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days with credit for 2 days' time served, impose court costs. I'll give you a year to pay. You'll have until January 19th, 2024 to pay the court costs, okay? Is that it?
Your Honor, I just wanted to put on record, we have a defendant, he's here on the violation of parole, but he has those reporting requirements, the detainer. I just wanted to put it on record so I can release the hold. He's here on the violation of parole, we don't see those.
Do you need me to say anything?
No, I just
Oh,
want to put it on record that I can, yeah. We don't need to see those, but he has that reporting requirement, so I just want to make sure.
Okay.
that. Thank you.
Whoever you're talking about has reporting requirements.
I know, yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll be in recess until tomorrow.